Welcome to our channel. In this session, we will discuss the concept of memory hierarchy. The memory is a very important component in any digital computer, which is used to store programs and data. We have different types of memories. Based on what factors we categorize the memory? Based on the speed and cost, finally the capacity. So based on the speed, cost and capacity, we categorize the memory into different types. And what is the reason and why we are using this hierarchy? In the general terms, if it is a fast memory and if it is a slow memory, here fast and slow in the sense the transfer rate. If it is a fast memory, the cost is high. If it is a slow memory, the cost is low. And if it is a fast memory, the capacity is low. And here the capacity is high. Now if you understand the relation carefully, in all the situations, only one type of memory is not required. Depending upon the situations, we need different types of memories. For example, if I use only one type of memory, assume it is a fast memory. Obviously, the cost of the memory is increased and I am unable to store the large amount of data. Suppose if I used only a slow memory, obviously the cost is decreased, but the speed is also decreased. Got it? So depending upon the situation, we are using different types of memories. But the most important factor is if the memory is fast, obviously the speed is high. Fast in the sense the speed is high. At the same time, the cost is also high, but it stores only a limited amount of data. But if the speed of the memory is slow, and obviously speed is low in the sense the cost is also cheap and it can store a maximum amount of data. Now based on these factors, that is speed, cost and capacity, we are categorized into different types of memories. So the first and the lowest memory is magnetic tape, and the next level we have magnetic disk. These two are also called as auxiliary memory. So these two are also called as auxiliary memory. These are one category, and the next category is main memory. We will discuss each and every one in detail. Main memory. This is the CPU. CPU communicates directly with the main memory. Along with CPU is communicate with one more memory, that is the cache memory, and here the IO processor. So we will discuss each and every one. Okay, now this is the memory hierarchy. Understand each and every one. In this case, the lowest one is auxiliary memory. So the auxiliary memory is slow memory, but the capacity is high. The memory is slow, but the capacity is high. That is, if you want to store the large amount of data, that is for backup, we are using these auxiliary memory. Generally, the removable files are placed in the magnetic tape and the backup data are stored in magnetic disk. Remember, the cost is low and obviously the speed is low, but the capacity is high. CPU does not communicate directly with the secondary devices. We already discussed the concept of input-output interface. CPU does not connect with the external devices. Through some interface only they are connected. Clear? Okay. Now, the next one is the main memory. The main memory acts as a central position. It directly communicates with the CPU. Any currently running program is placed inside the main memory. Remember, if a program that needs to be executed, that program must be in the main memory. Now the thing is, suppose CPU is executing one program. Suppose if required data is not available in the main memory, then what to do? Simply, the main memory communicates with the external, suppose a magnetic disk or tape, through some IO processor. Why? It stores all the backup data. Here the capacity of the main memory is very low compared to this. It unable to store the entire data. So the currently running program only places inside the main memory. If it is right now, my required thing is not available in the main memory, through IO processor copies the data into the main memory and CPU do the execution. Exactly in the reverse. Suppose if the data available in the main memory is not at all required, right now the data is not at all required, simply the data from the main memory is copied into auxiliary memory. You got it? This acts as a backup storage. Only currently running and required programs are stored in main memory. Clear? Along with one more memory, that is a cache memory. Cache is a very fast memory compared to all. The main purpose of cache memory is to store the frequently used data. That is, if I am repeatedly using some sort of data, obviously the set of data is available in the cache memory. That is, internally first CPU, instead of checking the main memory, CPU first checks the cache memory. If it is available, directly retrieves the data. Okay, if it is not available, the CPU retrieves the data from the main memory, and at the same time the data is also placed in the cache memory for the future use. Okay, now in the hierarchy, this is very slow and this is very speed. This is the mediator. The cost is very low. Here the cost is very high. The cost is very high. This is the main memory hierarchy. And one more important reason for memory hierarchy is multi-programming. So you know the meaning of multi-programming. At a time, CPU can execute multiple independent programs. How? Simply, for example, program 1 needs an IO operation, program 2 uses the CPU. Now program 1 is loaded into the auxiliary memory, program 2 is loaded into the main memory. That is, if you are maintaining different memory hierarchies, depending upon the state of the current program, they are placed at different parts of the memory. Clear? This is the concept of memory hierarchy. Thank you.